Hi, welcome to our concert video. What follows is a compilation of videos mostly made during the past few months during distance learning. When we left school, we were a few days away from performing our March concert. Upon realizing we were going to be home indefinitely, the women's choir and I decided we'd make a virtual choir video. They already knew the piece, so they recorded themselves separately, sent them to me, and then Oren Lorenzana, a junior in concert choir, put all the videos together into what you are about to see. Quick story about the Seal Lullaby. Whitacre had always wanted to compose a piece of music for a Disney movie. He was contacted by DreamWorks to write the theme song for a movie about a baby seal. So he wrote the Seal Lullaby, a lullaby of a mother seal singing to her baby. He sent it off to the studio. Weeks went by and he didn't hear back. He finally called and said, "Something wrong? What do I need to change?" They said, "Oh, no, it's great. It's just that we're gonna make Kung Fu Panda instead." He rewrote it for choir, and here is Whitacre's Seal Lullaby. The last day of school was March 13th. We didn't know that it would be the last time that we'd sing together, but we did know that things were changing. So we spent our class period going around the school singing for everybody. This is the chamber choir singing "Be Thou My Vision." We sang it in the library, the office, and I think even Miss Parato's math class. We're lucky that Mrs. Malloy, one of Bacon's nurses, took a video that day. Soloists are Claire Galarno, Cody Steinmeier, and that's Kelly Goodwin on the high notes in the beginning and the end. next portion of this video is comprised of virtual choirs made entirely at home. Students learned the music through recordings in Google Meets, recorded themselves, and I compiled what you will see. Many students participated in these projects, and many did not because they were uncomfortable with recording themselves and they chose to do other projects instead. There was a lot of creativity that happened during that time. One of the projects was a rap about COVID-19. I never include solo performances in concerts, but the amount of time that Matt Krantz spent writing, practicing, performing, and video editing demands a public performance. You won't be crying in this one.
COVID-19 got us stuck in quarantine, gotta sanitize and be clean for these times we've never seen, trying to peel back the curtain, and these times are so uncertain. And this one goes out to all those people who are hurting, cause I understand that all of this is taking a mental toll, but wallowing in sadness will lead you down a rabbit hole. Try something, work towards a goal, keep your daily schedule full. Right now what you need is to maintain your head, body, and soul. All this devastation is causing innovation. We're kept in isolation, but continue with our education. People losing occupations, closing of our public stations, dealing with severe inflation. We need vaccines to bring salvation. Every day we see more patients, Persianese and now the Haitians. This affects all generations. COVID has a lot of contagions. Hey up there, Lord of creation, please hear our supplication. Make our countries happy again. Call the process rejuvenation. So take a seat and shield your eyes from my brilliance, and don't hold me back as I surge with resilience. Cause I can't just sit here and watch people suffer in the millions. Watch the news media giving constant depressing filmians.
Tonight, the U.S. on the brink of 100,000 deaths, and images like this escalating concerns of new outbreaks.
This is exponentially, it's dangerous potentially, and though the times are tough right now, we'll get through this eventually. Although it's just a virus, it's more global than Miley Cyrus. Do your best, do your worst, come on COVID, try us. 10, we'll get through this with relentless persistence. 9, more at mask if not at home, and keep your distance. 8, antibodies are the key to resistance. 7, never thought we'd find ourselves in this instance. 6, release yourself from your mental cage. 5, find motivation in your rage. 4, go improve yourself. 3, maintain your mental health. 2, watch out for a dry cough. 1, I'm gonna go off, cause this is for those who suffer in silence, and those who treating with domestic violence who need CP. Or the blinds, the only ones open are the business giants. The local shop showcasing their defiance to be immense and drunk over reliance. Customers are shopping income reliance. Supplies a man that's not recognized. Get in your face at double the pace. That to freak off and stay in your place. I'm trying not to come down with the case. My dirty work's clean, I don't leave a trace. And it's just footloose to tell you the lace. Flowers that bloomed up out of my face. Sick of all these life delays. Every month we're moving in a new phase. I'm getting relied and making a racket. Going crazy, might need a straight jacket. This type of code and then I go hack it. Condiment doesn't come out that smack. I got schedule and agenda to fill. Watering plants in no windowsill. Able to change the channel at will. Every morning I'm popping the pills. Bundling up my long pairs of socks. Closing the doors and turning the locks. Trying to see what came in this box. Clean the house with Lysol and Clorox. Thinking that this is a piece of cake. Realizing what is really at stake. Worrying stress gives me a headache. Enough is enough. I just need a break. Woo! Here we go. Feeling mixed emotions, I wanna curse and bawl. Rapping out that last part, took some rehearsing, y'all. I don't wanna make everyone feel worse and all, but this next part is about to get personal. The first day was held indoors, cause of all days, that's one that pours. For the first time in our school's career, there was no Berkeley Jazz this year. Oh my god, you should've seen when they finally charged Harvey Weinstein, because British Parliament exit, UK carried out their Brexit, sending good thoughts out for Ukraine. Remember Iran shot down their plane. Let's move west to Canada, where Prince Harry made his home. Yeah, this happened, you're not a saint, just a jog down memory lane. All these events are outside your brain, a lot of information to retain. I would be remiss in divine without acknowledging that Kobe Bryant died riding a helicopter. I'm sad for his daughter cause nothing stopped her, while he had haters and lovers and cries across the ocean where Australia is fires. Capitol Hill were trying to liars, Trump was on trial, situation was dire. Half the house and trust was breached, so in the end they got him impeached. It was a joke, the house is just kidded. Senate cast their votes and got him acquitted. Some people were happy, some people were pissed. Decision wasn't unanimous. According to sources, the outcome was biased, Republicans said to the Democrats, encephalitis. U.S. killed an Iranian leader. White House watch as if we were in theaters. Iranian people upset and angry. Almost started World War III. Winter back here was the summer's breeze. Average somewhere in the 40s. The one time it snowed on 12th of December ended up canceling the festival of trees. Is this year historical? Don't answer. That's rhetorical. Wish we saw this coming in a horoscope or an oracle. So we find ourselves here in the new decade's first year. Hanging tight for now, guys. I'll see you when the coast is clear.
This next video is concert choir singing Hold Me, Rock Me. After that is chamber choir singing James Taylor's That Lonesome Road. The soloist is Bridget Utz.
Hold me, rock me, calm and easy. Hold me, rock me, deep and wide. Hold me, rock me in your arms. Oh, I got a home on the other side. Hold me, rock me, calm and easy. Hold me, rock me, deep and wide. Oh, hold me, rock me in your arms. Oh, I got a home on, I got a home on, I got a home on the other side. Someday, gonna cross that river. Someday, gonna set out on my own. Don't know where the journey leads, but I'll keep on walking till I get me home. Yes, hold me, rock me, calm and easy. Hold me, rock me, deep and wide. Hold me, rock me, in your arms. Oh, I got a home, I got a home, I got a home, I got a home on the other side. My life is a running river, flowing from the mountains to a distant sea. I know many hills and valleys, but when I reach that ocean, I'll be free. Yes, hold me, rock me, calm and easy. Hold me, rock me, deep and wide. Hold me, rock me, in your arms. Oh, I got a home, I got a home, I got a home on the other side. Yes, I got a home, I got a home, I got a home on the other side, on the other side. Walk down that lonesome road all by yourself. Don't turn your head back over your shoulder, and only stop to rest yourself when the silver moon is shining high above the trees. If I had stopped to listen once or twice, if I had cooled my head and warmed my heart, I'd not be on this road tonight. Carry on, never mind feeling sorry for yourself. It doesn't save you from your troubled mind. Walk down that lonesome road all by yourself. Don't turn your head back over your shoulder, and only stop to rest yourself when the silver moon is shining high above the trees.
I thought maybe you might be interested to learn a little bit about the process for making these videos. It's about 5 minutes long. If you want to skip ahead, and here's how I did it. The first thing I do is record each of the vocal lines using a keyboard hooked into my laptop in this program called GarageBand. I play their part on the piano and then go back and record myself singing. They use the track of their specific part to learn the song. Then they play that recording while wearing headphones and sing along with that into a recording device. That way everybody is timed perfectly and the same. Then they send that MP3 to me and I pop it into GarageBand right here. Here is what it looks like for all the sopranos in You Will Be Found. So you can see there's quite a lot. What I'll do is I'll take one girl and use her as a guide track for lining up all the others. Then I add a quick special effect to the voice to make it sound like they're in a hall instead of their closet. Here's how it sounds.
Even when the door comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you.
A little bit echoey, but that's nice. And then I balance everybody. And what I can do is open up this handy little line that controls the volume. So I can turn the volume up and down on a specific person. And I've done that for all of these people. And what happens is if there's a loud page turn or some loud background noises, I can just turn the volume down or turn the volume up. And here's what it sounds like with everybody. I'll back that up a little bit.
When the door comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found.
So I'll do that with every part, sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses. And when I'm done with this project with the sopranos, I export it as its own MP3, so I'm not looking at 35 tracks or however many that was. And then I create a final project. I have all the soloists up here, but I have all 4 parts, sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses, right down here because I've gone and I've edited each one.
And when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in.
And then I'll play with the volume controls of each of these 4 parts to make sure it's still balanced. I've already recorded my piano from earlier and I have all the soloists lined up in here. So this is what the final project looks like. This was quite a large project with 45 singers, so it took several days and several hours over several days to complete. But once this is done, I have my music finished and the next step is the video. To create the video, the students play the recording out loud and sing with it into the video camera. Then they send that to me. From there, it gets very technical and sort of heavy with what happens. But each student, I upload their video into this app. And I have to find where exactly they start singing and trim off the beginning so that every video starts at the exact same time. Once that is finished, I can actually make my video. There's various ways to make grids such as this one so that each person fits inside of it. I used a different website to do it because it's a lot for this video app to use. I came over to Canva and I was able to take a person and just put them inside this grid.
So, and then I can move them around, and I know that they already all start at the same time because I made all of their videos. So all of their videos start and they're all uploaded right here. So I could delete her and pop in somebody else. It's fairly simple to do that. So once that's done, I created about 8 of those, exported them, and came into WeVideo for this. So now I have that grid. I can't separate any of these people, but they all start together, and these are the soloists. So I made a whole bunch of different grids that way so that I could then show everybody, because this is such a large file. So for example, this is one video that I made in Canva. That's the size of the full screen, but I can shrink it so that I can fit more. So this way I'm able to fit a whole bunch more people into one screen, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't know what I just did, so I won't save that, but you can see they're all sort of layered. So this is a very involved project with all of the other videos that I've showed you so far today with Lonesome Road, One Voice. All of those are just one grid. In fact, I will show you right now. So this is that Lonesome Road, and there's 16 singers, or maybe there's 20, and there's 20 singers. I put each video in here, and I can edit that person, which is what I did. I created a grid somewhere else, popped it in here, and then I fit each video inside the grid. Sometimes they had to overlap, so if I take that grid away just to show you, it's kind of a mess. So you can see all of their videos like that. So the grid helped make it look nice and clean. And they line it up with the audio. I throw the audio track in here, and it's very laggy online, so you can't see it well, but you already saw it. So there it is. That's how the video magic happens.
Next, the women's choir performs Wailin Jenny's One Voice. Morgan Merchant, CJ White, Allison Banning, and Maria Guerreri are featured in the beginning.
This is the sound of one voice, one spirit, one voice, the sound of one who makes a choice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of voices too, the sound of me singing with you, helping each other to make it through. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices three, singing together in harmony, surrendering to the mystery. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of all of us, singing with love and the will to trust. Leave the rest behind, it'll turn to dust. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of all of us. Ooh. This is the sound of one voice. One people, one voice. A song for every one of us. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice.
Normally, at the end of our final concert, I call down the seniors to the front, introduce them, and everyone sings "I Have Had Singing." This isn't the end of the video yet, but seniors, I'm so proud of you. This is not the way we wanted to end your high school experience, but you've handled it with grace. Congratulations on graduating, and we will see each other again. This is not our choir singing, but here are our seniors, followed by "You Will Be Found."
Have you ever felt like nobody was there?
Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere?
Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall
And no one would hear.
So let that lonely feeling wash away.
'Cause maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay.
'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand. And someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, From across the silence, your voice is heard. Oh,
Someone will come running
oh,
to take you home.
someone will come running to take you home.
To take you home.
Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. If you only look around, you will be found.
You will be found.
You will be found. You will be found. Out of the shadows, the morning is breaking and all is new. All is new. It's filling up the empty, and suddenly I see that all is new. All is new. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need someone to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found.
Let the sun come streaming in.
'Cause you reach up and you rise again. If you only look around, you will be found.
Even when the dark comes crashing through,
You will be found.
when you need someone to carry you.
You will be found. You will be found.
This final portion of this concert video is for the underclassmen. I asked all the seniors to record a message for you about what choir has meant to them, and they all did it. So I'm leaving them with the last word.
Hi guys, I just wanted to say how much choir has meant to me. It has taught me so much. It has taught me how to read notes, and it has just taught me so much about music. I love the music program because I am in the same class with people who have the same interests as me. And every time I walk in, everybody says hi to me and makes me feel so special that I am included into something that's like this. I wish you all the luck next year. Bye.
Hey guys, it's me, Jade, and choir has always been really special to me. I've been taking choir forever, since the 3rd grade, and so it's always kind of been that class that I knew I was going to enjoy. I never had to worry about being sad or worried or nervous about it, because I always knew that I was going to have fun, which was really nice in midst of other classes that I did not enjoy ever. So, and music has always been really important to me, because when I'm happy, it's there's music to express that, and when I'm sad or anything like that, there's also music to express that too, and music will always be there. Nobody can ever take it away. And I think music is special because when you hear, or at least for me, when I hear certain songs, it brings me back to other times in my life when I heard that song. And it's almost like a time machine, because I remember everything that happened at that time, which is really special. So for the underclassmen, if music is important to you now, it always will be. And music will always be there for you. And choir will always be there for you too, even after you graduate. So the best of luck for the rest of you guys.
For me, music has always been a way to express myself and to learn more about myself. Some advice that I would give to underclassmen would be not to be scared in regards to singing and music, but also in any other aspect of your life. I think that you just gotta go for it.
Choir has always been a huge part of my life. I've been a part of school choir since I was really little. And I've also been a part of musical theater for even longer than that. And both have been really important parts of my life. They've introduced me to some of the best people I've ever known, and they've truly given me a way to express myself.
Dear underclassmen, don't take choir for granted, music in general for that matter. This program has changed my life for the better. It's taught me to be creative and open up to people like I never have before. Thank you to everyone in the music department who has gotten me to where I am today.
Choir at Bacon Academy has been absolutely amazing, and if I didn't join choir in high school would have been boring. I'm continuing school at Three Rivers Community College for exercise science and PT, and then I am planning on going to UConn and continuing with physical therapy.
As cheesy as it sounds, choir was the one class that every day I can say I wanted to actually be there. And I can just thank Mrs. Cheney for making it such a comfortable environment where I was able to meet so many new people and just grow so confident in myself, and I'm just gonna miss it so much next year.
To me, choir is community. It's where I come to perform and grow and be recognized. It's where I come to be confident and to encourage others, and I hope that everyone else feels the same way I do when I'm in choir.
Hey y'all, I'm Joe. Next year I'm going to Central Connecticut State University, and I'm going to be majoring in hospitality and tourism, minoring in theater, and hopefully singing in some way. I think that choir is such a place of community and friendship, and I've been lucky enough to be in choir class with some of my best friends, and I think having a class to look forward to every day is something that makes a big difference. And one piece of advice I have for underclassmen is to not take any moment for granted, like any of those long rehearsal days that you just don't want to be singing. Don't take any of that for granted, because trust me, it flies by and you're definitely going to miss it when it's over.
Hi, my name is Morgan Merchant. I've been doing choir since 3rd grade, and that's a very long time. Choir is a special part of me, and it completely changed my high school experience for the better. Freshmen, if you're watching this, don't take it for granted at all. Not saying I did, but especially this year, it's been a wake-up call. It goes by quick, so do not take it for granted, because you'll regret it. Cheney is the best teacher, you guys, and I'm talking to the freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors now. Cheney is the best teacher you guys will ever have. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I don't know where I'd be without her. So really take a second to appreciate how much you love her, because she loves you guys. She loves us more than we'll ever know. Choir means so much to me. It was that one class that I did have to worry about, but it wasn't stressful. I walked into that choir room every other day, or for carolers, for flex, for women's choir, when I was in chamber, when I was in concert, and that room is just filled with a bunch of people who love you and love singing and love doing what you love to do, which is music. And that's something I feel like I did take for granted to some extent, because I'm not going to be able to take that energy with me in college. It's not going to be the same. Choir has had such an impact on me as a person, and I can't thank you enough, Cheney. As for next year, I will be attending the University of Rhode Island as a psychology major, but that is subject to change. I will also be cheering on the University of Rhode Island cheerleading team and continuing my cheerleading career, so that's very exciting. I just want to thank my friends, my family, and especially you, Cheney, for getting me to where I am today.
So over my past 2 years in choir, one of the most important things I've ever learned is to try and be a friend to everyone. So no matter what goes on outside the choir doors, it is so much more fun and so much easier to sing with people you're comfortable with and can laugh with. But I'm going to miss you all so much, and I just want to thank you for making my senior year of choir so memorable. I will forever cherish the laughs shared and the friendships made.
I've been in choir since 3rd grade, and I've never stopped loving it since. I have been able to make such great friends over these last 4 years, and I'm really going to miss it. Choir is the one place where you can be with your friends and have fun at the same time. I've always looked forward to choir every day, and being able to sing with everyone and learn about music. I'm going to miss everyone so much.
What choir means to me is having a family that you get to do what you love with, and they all enjoy it too. And it's also about getting out of that awful math class that you were in and being able to sing.
Doing choir was really important to me because it provided me with some really amazing opportunities that I wouldn't have had available to me before. So my message to underclassmen is to just do everything that is offered to you. Do every audition, every festival, every event, because it's better to have tried out for something and maybe not gotten in than to not try and regret it and be left wondering whether or not you could have. Because I know in the past 3 years, I did a lot of things I could have never imagined myself doing in freshman year. And I loved it. And it was scary and so fun at the same time. So try everything, every audition that you can get, because you won't regret trying. And I just want to thank Chini again for helping me become the singer that I am today. Still pretty shy, but definitely not as bad as it was back in freshman year.
Coming into Bacon as a freshman, I was full of anxiety and fear, but every time I stepped into the choir wing, I felt at home and at peace. Music truly unifies us and has the capability to make us feel good and to be happy, which in turn allows us to grow in confidence and strength. My one piece of advice to underclassmen is to never take being in choir for granted, because when you graduate, you're really going to miss it. Thank you, Mrs. Cheney and my peers, for a wonderful and one-of-a-kind for your experience in Bacon Academy Choir. I love you all, and I'm really going to miss you next year.
If you don't know me, I'm CJ, and I've been doing choir since the 3rd grade. Next year, I will be attending Howard University and majoring in political science. Choir has taught me so much, and it's just meant so much to me, but I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. My biggest takeaway is just all the self-confidence that I've gained, not just in my sing voice, but just in general being in choir, because it was just such a safe place and I've never felt judged, and people only encouraged me to work the hardest I could. And a little message to the underclassmen is to always practice. Always practice. If Chini tells you to practice, practice, because it works. Trust me. My voice when I was a freshman is nowhere close to my voice now, because I continue to practice. Even when I felt like I didn't want to or didn't need to, I always practiced. So continue to practice. Trust me. Bye.